Hi, everyone. My name is Cedric, and I'm a teacher who has taught courses such as chemistry, maths, sciences, and I've also taught things such as social sciences and languages. I'm looking forward to meeting you. When I was in high school, the course I had the most fun in was grade 12 functions and calculus, which are probably the two most boring courses you could ever have. But my teacher was so funny and he was the most competent teacher I've ever had, one of the most intelligent people I've ever met. And he was typically more serious man. However, it was his last year of teaching. He was retiring. So I think he was letting loose a bit. And we would always constantly be laughing. I just had such a good time. And the quote again, I'm not going to get it exactly spot on, but that you're not going to remember necessarily what you learned, but you'll remember how you felt in that given classroom. And I remember how that specific teacher made me feel. And even with a course as dry as math, that can be so daunting and boring and scary, he made it so fun. And now that I teach chemistry or sciences or any other course in my class, I'm fully aware that sometimes what I'm teaching can be bland, can be boring, and if I'm able to make my students laugh and at least have fun with analogies or just stories and whatnot and bring some fun into it and make it more exciting instead of being so dry, then I can go to bed knowing I've achieved my goal. And I think that combined with the light bulb moment is really why I teach it and what I get most out of it. Both my parents were teachers, which meant that I automatically did not want to be a teacher because I wanted to do my own thing, and everyone would assume, "Oh, Cedric, you're going to be a teacher like your parents." And because of that, I took it personally, and I had that resistance and didn't want to be a teacher. It was actually through different jobs. I started off as a lifeguard and swim instructor, and I really enjoyed teaching swimming lessons. And I was also working part time in the summers as a tutor in schools and primary schools. And I started really enjoying that sense of connecting and teaching and helping a student understand a certain concept. And that kind of led me on to eventually starting to supply teach as well. And with tutoring, with supply teaching, I started getting that experience, really getting that bug, really liking it. And my mom ended up asking me once, "Oh, so you're still thinking maybe med school or this?" And then I'm like, "Oh, I'm thinking teaching." And she actually wanted to make sure that I was making that decision for myself and not to please my parents or anything. But it was really with trial and error and starting it out as a swim instructor, then moving on to a tutor, supply teacher. Next thing, I'm applying to teachers college and became a certified teacher that way.